everyone. Shelly Bozarth here, licensed real estate agent with Keller Williams Revolution in Bloomington. Welcome to Coffee Talk episode number 5. Today we're going to talk about the real estate market here in Bloomington. We're going to talk a little bit about a household tip that I have for you. And we're going to talk a little bit about what buyers can do to prepare themselves for their home search. And then lastly, we're going to talk about a front door makeover that's going to be quick and easy. And then I'll share my recipe for the week, which is a chocolate lasagna, so stay tuned for that. The market is on the rebound and closely getting back to normal with buyers out searching for homes. Take a look at the chart right here.
We had 79 new listings and 75 new contracts, plus 59 closings for the week ending in April 21st. We were down just a little bit from last year to this year, but considering our circumstances, it's not by much. And you can tell by the chart here, the very tail end shows our current week, and we are definitely on the upswing and slowly getting back to normal.
And now for my household tip of the day. As you all know, April showers bring springtime flowers, but that's not all it brings. It also brings possibly a lot of it getting into your basement. So I came across a product that I think would be fabulous for everyone to have if you have especially if you have a finished basement. Take a look right here at the product that I found in the diagram.
A backup sump pump provides an added layer of protection for your home and is designed to automatically take over and lower the water levels in your sump basin quickly, whether you're home or not. There are battery-powered backup systems and water-powered backup systems. And this video here shows our primary sump pump system and a city water backup system. So if our sump pump stops working, no power is needed for this type of system, but if we are not home when it kicks on, our water bill would be astronomical if we didn't correct the problem in time. And that is where a third level protection would come in real handy. A smart sump pump alarm system can be installed directly to your primary sump pump so that you can be alerted if your sump pump system fails entirely. The float switch just simply clamps onto your PVC pipe at a level between your float and the top of the pit. If water rises up to the float switch, you would be alerted either through the smartphone or home security system. This is all done through your Wi-Fi, so you would need a router and power would have to be on for the system to work and function perfectly. Just be sure not to install the switch near the incoming stream of water inside the sump pit or the alarm will go off all the time.
And now a few tips for buyers who are just starting their search, or if you're ready to make an offer, maybe you've been searching for a few years now. I can tell you right now there are buyers out there looking. I know several people have received multiple offers just this week. So prepare yourself for that. If you find a house that is in really good condition and priced well in a great spot that's very, very high in demand, then expect the possibility of a multiple offer. And if you get into that situation, of course, have your agent coach you through it, but I'm just going to give you a few ideas to kind of help you gain some leverage if in fact you are in the position where you're in a multiple offer. The number one thing you want to do above all other things is to be pre-approved. You do not want to start the home buyer process unless you know you can get a loan and you have a letter in place. So for example, if you start looking on Friday and you decide Saturday morning you want to make an offer, a lot of times the bank that you want to use might not be available and you'll have to wait until Monday, maybe at the end of the day, to make that offer. So please get pre-approved. Make sure you have the letter in place that shows that seller that you are serious and that you can get that loan. Otherwise, somebody else is probably going to get that before yours if there are multiple offers on the table. Keep in mind that a lot of people do ask for home warranties, and that's fine if you want to do that. But if yours has a home warranty and the other offer, everything else is exactly the same, but they do not have the home warranty, they might pick theirs over yours. So keep that in mind. You can maybe drop the home warranty and purchase that on your own after you've purchased the home. A lot of people don't realize that those can be purchased at any time. So home warranties, you know, there are several companies out there. You can pick one and pay for it. It's roughly $400 or $500, and then you can actually get add-ons as well. But that could give you a little leverage if you drop that request. Another thing you can do is you can not ask for closing costs. A lot of buyers, especially first-time buyers, will make a low offer and want closing costs on top of that. That's not a very good idea if the house is new to the market, because the seller's perception is that theirs is the best. And if you do that, they may think that you're asking for the moon. And if there's another offer on the table, they don't always have to tell you. The seller doesn't have to tell you if you're face-to-face with them, and the other agent doesn't have to tell you if there's another offer. So just go into it knowing that it's possible that another offer is on the table at the exact same time as yours, or maybe before yours, or even maybe before you're done negotiating. So keep in mind that you want to make your offer as strong as possible without overpaying, of course. But maybe don't ask for closing costs. Maybe just ask for, whatever price it is that you feel is fair. Another thing you can do is to offer a full asking price, or you can offer $100 over asking price. Some people, I've seen them offer $1,000 or $2,000 over asking price if they believe it's a really, really good deal. So this is, of course, extreme. You want to consult with your agent, consult with me if I'm your agent. We can pull comps and make sure that that offer is fair, that it's going to appraise for that. You just certainly don't want to overpay, but it could give you just enough leverage to get that house over another buyer. So these are just some ideas that I have used in the past and that work well in multiple offer situations. And now for the front door makeover tip that I promised you. I just recently updated my front door. I've been itching to do that for 2 years now since we moved in. And I found this fabulous little product at Don Smith Paints over in the Towanda Plaza here in Bloomington. And it is Old Masters Gel Stain. And the color that I chose was Spanish Oak for this project. And it turned out a little bit lighter than I thought it was going to, but I really like the end result. This is actually one of the easiest projects I've ever done. So I took the stain, which is very, very thin. I shook it up, and then I used just scraps of old t-shirts, clean t-shirts, lint-free, washed and dried them, and then I just applied the product straight to a white door. And this is how I did it.
You always want to stir up the product whenever you're using gel stain because it can separate. And because I had never used this color before, I wanted to make sure that it was the color I needed for my door. So I painted it on a plain white canvas first. And then I just put it up to the wall and the brick surrounding the door.
And here is the result of the front door that I completed just in the last few months. This is just one coat of the Spanish Oak Old Masters.
I like the light gray look of the door, but the longer I had it, I decided I wanted a darker color, and so I did the same thing. I just applied 2 coats to a canvas until I got the color that I wanted. Held it up to the door and the wall, and just to see if that's the color I really wanted, and then it was, so I started the application again. Between coats, you want it to be completely dry. Maybe wait a couple of days for it to cure. But then once you start applying your second coat, you just want to work in small sections. Apply it and buff it out. I used gloves because it really does stain your hands quite a bit, but as you can see here in the video, I just worked in a very, very small section, buffed it out, and then blended it in with the next section that I came to. And it's a very irregular result. It's not perfect. It's not supposed to be perfect. This is more like a faux finish. It's not for everybody, but I love it. And here's the end result.
And now for my recipe of the day, which is what I call chocolate lasagna. It's very simple, a very easy process. My family loves it. I give it out to friends, and their kids love it too. But you start with 1 package of double stuffed Oreos. You can also use the mega stuff, overstuffed, plain Oreos, whatever you want to use. But just set aside about 3 cookies to sprinkle over the top for just a topping. Other than that, you take the whole bag of Oreos. I use the family size, but you could use a smaller one if you want. You can either crumble them up and put them in a 9x13 pan, or you can actually puree all of those Oreos into a blender to make really fine crumbs. Either way really works. If you do the fine crumbs, just add 6 tablespoons of melted butter and mix that up in a little pan and then sprinkle it over the bottom of that 9x13 dish. I usually butter the dish just so it comes out a little bit easier. And then you want to start your layers. And I start with, the first layer is a cream cheese layer, and I use 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese, and I whip that up really good, soften it, whip it up, and then add 4 tablespoons or a 1/4 cup of sugar to that and mix that really well. Once that's nice and thin, I add a whole tub of Cool Whip. And I fold that in with a spatula, and then I just pour that over that prepared crust. Then I take 2 packages of the instant, has to be instant, not the cook and serve, instant chocolate pudding, and then 3 1/4 cups of milk. And for that, you just mix that up, so don't follow the directions on the package. Just use 3 1/4 cups of milk, 2 packages of the chocolate pudding, mix that up until it gets nice and thick, and then you just pour that over the top of the white layer, and then you can just spread another tub of Cool Whip over the top of that. Sometimes I sprinkle mini chocolate chips, and then I sprinkle over those last few cookies that I've crumbled up over the top. And then you have, sometimes I freeze it. It freezes really well. So if you're going to have a ton of it left over, just cover it with saran wrap and put it in the freezer, keep it in the fridge. Ours doesn't usually last that long, but it's a really, really fun, easy dessert that your family's going to love if they like any type of Oreos or chocolate. So that wraps up Coffee Talk for today. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything at all, suggestions for the next Coffee Talk, I welcome those. I'm at 309-275-7598. You can also email me at shellybozarth@hotmail.com. I will also post this to my YouTube channel, Shelly B Dream Home. Please click like and subscribe. That would be fabulous. I really appreciate that. And thank you for watching. I hope you have a fabulous week. I think we see the light at the end of the tunnel. Thank goodness. I miss everyone. Please take care and reach out if you have any questions about anything or if you just want to chat. Okay, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hi everyone, welcome to Coffee Talk. My name is Shelly Bozarth. I'm a licensed real estate agent with Keller Williams Revolution in Bloomington. Today I am supposed to get my coffee delivered from my barista, so that's why I don't have it in my hand.
Here you go, hon.
Very funny. And now for my household tip of the day. As you know, April... Oh my goodness. Kitty. Kitty. Where was it? Where was it? Not Diamond Bogle. I found this fabulous little product at... Where was it? 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 Then expect the possibility, one of the most easiest. And here is the finished product of my front door and this is the finished product, or if you just want to chat. Okay, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.